I'm going to go over a couple of tickers starting with AVGO. They are up 3.21%. This is a look at the chart. This is where we ended. To the north side takes us to the middle of the trend, the baseline, and one level of resistance at 354.73. Above that, at 2 standard deviations, takes us to roughly 370.35, 379.27, and at 4 standard deviations, I don't think we'll get there though on Tuesday, but if we do, you know what's going to happen. That's 386.34. And to the south side, -2 standard deviations, and another level of support is at 338.36. This gap, as you can see, also forms at 341.15, and then it closes out at 335.15. 330 at -3 SD and -4 takes us to 321.82. Watch out for this gap as well at 307.04. This is a pullback area and a potential buy-in area as well. If we do hit this line, however, I will anticipate a bounce off of that and this line as well as here and there. Looking left, you can see after earnings, the company reported $15.95 billion. The estimate was $15.83 billion, and the stock took off. It hit resistance, and what happens? Fell back down. It turns into support on the way down, and it just bled through, and then we went sideways. This right here is support, still grinding sideways, and then we bounced and got close to this level and then fell back down to support, and then we're making our way down again. But as you can see, we went sideways here. This gap closed, and we've got a little gap within the bigger gap as a nice pullback for people who want to get in, but it's too rich for their blood right now. The 52-week high is 356.34, so we are close to that area. We almost made it here for the day's high. The 1-year price target is now 361.67. So, and then after that, well, I was going to mark it out, but just a second here. I'll mark it out later. We go from 361.67 all the way to 415.56, and that is a 20% return from where we are right now. And let me go left. The last time I talked about this ticker was on June 2nd? I mean, I did a video also. No, I did a video later. But on June 2nd, trader Murat said he took some profits before earnings, and he sees 2 gaps to the downside, which are still there. There are actually more gaps now because we shot up. But let me take this to the daily so we can see this better. All right, so this is a price target I marked out, and I did that on Monday, June 9th, roughly. And then another time I did it, and that was July 2nd, 320. So we've hit both of these, and now 361 is the next target. Let me change that to white because I like to keep everything systematic so that I can just quickly glance and I know exactly what that means. So right here is the target at resistance. So what happened? Oh, oops, I didn't mean to hit that. All right. So back here on the 6th, Price was at 275.18. I hope you killed it, Murat. That is amazing. So from here, roughly, to this high is a 29% return. Amazing. And Murat also sent me a message here on January 9th when price was at 229.23. So he's been watching this for a very long time, and I've been checking the chart as well, so it's fun to take a look at. So watch out. We've got some gaps to the south side, but on the daily, this is resistance, resistance, and resistance up here. And as you can see, the RSI is also at a very significant point. For me, I just look at this as resistance. We've hit it, and then it's going to roll over, as it always does in the past, here, anytime. Just expect it for a pullback and then another leg up according to the analysts. So that is a look at AVGO. Broadcom there. And let's take a look at the bottom of my list here on the triple Qs, Tesla. Let's go to the 5. Oh, as you can see, I've tracked this many times. And it also made it on my gap and go trades, but it's hit areas that I've already projected for myself. All right, 346.40 is where we ended, down 1.27%. The 52-week high is 488.54. I should have sold out then, but I have such a hard time selling. I have no problems buying, but selling, it's harder for me to do, just like real estate, my real estate. I just can't let it go. All right, let's take a look at where we are and where we could be headed. So let me change that to purple. That's 315.99, one level of resistance, and above that we could touch 360.02, and then the outer bands 364.61 and 369.35. We could hit it at some point in the future. I don't think we're going to get there on Tuesday, and if we do, you know what's going to happen, because it always does. Now to the south side, 341.11. This gap closes out at 338.89 for a pullback. I should put in a buy order there. 336.52-ish and roughly 331.93. All right. And looking left, this is resistance. And what happens? A sell-off. Resistance. I marked out this line that acted as resistance as well. Fell down. And then here, this acts as support. All right. Look at this. Bounce off of support on the way down. And what is the 1-year price target now? So we hit the 318, and then I've marked out 350, which we've already hit as well. So after that, oh my goodness, we're at $500. Fingers crossed. That would be a miracle and amazing. All right, that's Tesla. And because I am looking at the tickers within the triple Qs, let's just for giggles check that out. It's been a little while. Oh, I should show you something with Tesla. I do have some shares at 343.67. I think I'm going to just sell this out, hit a sell limit at 360, and then put a buy order in at this gap, or maybe down here, just to get rid of it and then buy it cheaper, because there's always a pullback. And if there isn't, that's okay. I already own shares of this and I don't care. All right, so now let's go to the triple Qs very quickly. This is the bonus one. Three is three. 578.87. All right. One level of resistance. Oops. 580.44, roughly. 583.72, 585.49, and 587.26. This gap closed. This one is still in play to the downside for the pullback because there's always a pullback. You can bank on that. And that will take us down to oops, 565.85, and then we also have a pullback here because we gapped up. And this is your potential buy-in area or stop loss area. It depends. And this gap already closed as well. Oh, did I already give you the targets? Yeah, I did. Okay, 587.34 down the road. 576.78. 574.93. If I didn't, 573.25. And this gap closed as well. Let's take a look at this on the daily. This is where we are here. So what do you want it? What should I call it? Well, one level up would be 602.59. And we have all of these gaps also to the downside to be aware of. Many gaps. And here as well to 554.70. So that, oh, I should say a leg up would be here. And then back to the middle of the trend, 547.74. And let's take a look. So I tracked this at 313.01 back on when, oops, that's not good. I need to put that back. You have to hit it at just the right spot. And my magnet is on. See how that gets wonky? What the heck was this? Can I delete that? Oh, yeah. That was my, what do you call that? I've blanked out. What the heck was that? Let me just hit Command Z. There we go. To undo. So down here, price was at 260.70. Let's take a look at this on the monthly. What are we looking like? Oh, look at this. So I've tracked it at 275.42, it looks like, in 2022. And look, we're at resistance. And look here on the daily, resistance, you know what's going to happen. And we're almost there, getting frothy. And on the daily, plenty of room to move to the upside. And then there will be a rug pull. All right, that does it for me. That is a look at Avgo, Tesla, and the triple Qs. Have a great trading day.